Hey everyone, first off, I just want to tell you how blessed, how encouraged I am from all your guys' responses and comments. I can't thank you enough. Especially that last video I did. I mean, that took a lot of guts for me. That was really hard for me to share a little bit of my personal story. And I would love to do a salvation story for you guys. But today, what I want to talk to you about is worry and why it doesn't work to hold on to that. I've actually been thinking about doing, I've kind of been putting it off. I've kind of felt called to do it, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in this. Comment below if you are. But I was thinking about doing just like a Bible study or daily devotional. I've really been into mentoring and I do a lot of coaching and stuff, and I do a lot of biblical based things. I just didn't really want to incorporate that too much into YouTube because I didn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, and I thought I'd just lead by example. But I'm thinking about incorporating a day where I do a Bible study or a teaching that I journal all the time and do my own sermons. I love doing that. So if you guys are interested, I would love to share that. Please comment below if you would like that. Maybe I will get that set up for a certain day. If you people are interested, let me know. But today we're going to talk about worry and why you don't want that. And especially from a massage therapist standpoint, this is what I get coming into me all the time. And I'll touch women and they're just rocks. And I'm like, you worry too much. And they're like, you can feel that? I'm like, yeah, you're a brick. And that's what stress and worry does. It's going to break down your muscle tissue. So just in the standpoint of massage, it creates more free radicals in your body. It can create constipation. It can create diarrhea. It can cause you to not sleep. It can cause, so your body heals at night when you're sleeping. If you're not sleeping, you're not healing. You can gain weight. You can lose weight. It causes all different sorts of problems mentally, and then you hold it and harbor it into your muscles because you go to bed tense, and there are people like, how do you know that? Well, this is what I do. So people are lying down and I'll pick their arm up and they'll let go, and then guess what? Their arm's still in the air. They're like, oh. Like if you were relaxed, your arm would drop when I left it, because I'm like, are you relaxed? Are you sure? Like, yeah, no, I'm relaxed. And that is that first eye opener, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I thought I was relaxed. And what I do is I create what I try and do is that women are like, no, I can relax. I'm like, you're not relaxing. And for the first time, I make them shut off or they fall asleep, and they haven't done that in years. And they're like, it resets their brain. They're like, I forgot what it was like. I forgot what it was like to relax. Like, wow, because I actually get their muscles to relax for the first time, maybe 10, 20 years. And a lot of women cry, actually, because they forgot what it was like. And after just letting things go, just letting it go for 5-10 minutes, it's amazing. It's like the biggest aphrodisiac ever. Like, they're just like, whoa. And it's like the nerves calm down. And I mean, if I could touch you and do more massage things, you'd totally get what I was talking about. So I'm trying to just keep this as part of it. But I'm like, yeah, you need to stop worrying. So how to do that? First of all, worry does no good. I know I've worried half of my life away, and I realized it wasn't getting me anywhere. Because when you worry about things, it's all stuff, like most 90% of it never happens. And even if you're like, well, I'm worried about my kids or I'm worried about this, when you're worried about something, you can't actively work on it. And if you're always worried about things, then guess what? Everything else is never going to be a priority in your life, because all you can do is sit about your worry. And we talk about worry because I get where you're coming from. So this is not blaming anyone. I get where you're coming from, because when we say we're worried, it's kind of like we're saying, I care. I care about this. I'm really concerned about this. But the problem is, the only one that you can trust and have faith in is God. He's the only one. He is the ultimate redeemer, and you have to have your faith in that. And that's why he wants you to give his worries, cast your cares, is what it says, right? Cast your cares. And the reason it says that is because you're not meant to harbor that, because you can't. Your body can't handle that. You have to let it go. And so, but it's like, yeah, well, if it were that easy, I would just do it. Thanks. I've never thought of that. That's what I thought at one point in life too. I'm like, well, don't tell me that. I would love to stop worrying. I don't know how. So what I did is I just did, try this. Make a goal for yourself. 3 days, maybe 10 days. I set my goal for a week. And I said, for 1 week, I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to worry. And I'm going to think positive. So every time, and I'm telling you, it was like second by second, I would just, I'm like, oh, well, I'm worried about, oh, I'm not allowed to worry. And I'll be like, so I'd have to change that thought process. I'm like, all right, I'm going to focus on what I can do. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, well, I'm worried about my test. Oh, then I should probably go study. And I kept redirecting it in a positive way and keep doing that. That after a week, I realized how much time and energy that I spent worrying. I was like, whew, I don't want to do that anymore. Because until you get rid of that worry, nothing else is going to matter to you. Honestly, you got to learn how to get rid of that. Stop harboring that. And one day I'd been praying about it. The reason why I did that is I was like, I'm a talker, if you can't tell. I was like, da 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 da. I'm like, God, what's my next thing I need to do? And he was kind of like, just be quiet. I'm like, what? Like, you don't want me to go talk to somebody? He's like, I want you to be quiet. And to get rid of that worry, what I had to do is I realized how negative I was in my thoughts. Try going a week in silence. I mean, I turned off the TV. I used to always have to have noise going, either music or TV, to make me positive, because you have to fix what's going on inside of you, inside of your head, because you need to be positive inside so it will project outside. So for like a week, oh man, that was just torture. I wouldn't turn on music in my car. I wouldn't turn on my TV. I wouldn't read books. I had to just be by myself. Just me and myself. Joyce Meyer says, everywhere you are, there you are. And it's true. So if you don't like you, or you can't deal with you, you're in for a really rough life. So I really learned how to be quiet and learn to enjoy myself and enjoy peace and enjoy God. And that's how you can hear from God, is you actually have to be quiet. And that's when I was like, oh. And I kind of like had to attack it. And at first I couldn't sleep because I was just like riddled with just this negativeness. But then once I dealt with it and I said, I'm gonna keep doing this till I get it. I think it took me a good solid 2 weeks to really come to terms that, like, this sucks. This sucks. And then I thought, I better change this. And so I just started speaking good things about myself, speaking to myself, anything that I think that was good about me or my life. And because I had so much garbage going on in my past that I needed to correct it so I could have a good future. And so I was doing this. And where I really was overcoming it as I started doing my Bible study in the morning. And I love the story of basically Moses. And it's general, most people know it, whether you're into the Bible or God or anything. A lot of people know the story. And what's cool is, I think it was supposed to be like an 11-day journey or something. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart with this, because I am right now. But basically, I love that story. It's delivering. It's that we try and do things like with our diet. You're like, I'm just trying. I just try so hard. I'm just trying. God never asked you to try. He asked you to love him, and then he would redeem it for you. That it was already given to you. You cannot earn it. You cannot earn anything from him. And he's not asking you. He's just asking you to love him. And, when they conquered Jericho, when they moved into their promised land, it was accepting that God wanted to do it for them, that they couldn't earn it, that they couldn't, they're trying to look at it and they're like, oh, but there's all these giants there. And God just wanted to deliver it to them, like, no, I'm going to give this to you. I don't need you to fight for it. And you know what I had to realize, same thing with my health or my weight loss, is this was something God had already planned for me, something he had already wanted to do for me. I just needed to get out of my own way. Isn't that so true for most of us? We just need to get out of our own way. Just get out of our own way. Not even anybody else's, just our own way. We're the one that's stopping our own success. Isn't that crazy? But it's true. And so once I'm like, all right, all right, God, I give it to you. And once I stepped away and I stopped trying to control things so much, I stopped worrying, it made God able to move in my life. And it's really trained me for a lot of things, and this weight loss and accepting a lot of things, that I've had a lot of accomplishments in my life. And it's all just been learning that you can't earn anything in this life. You can't. It's all for God's glory, right? So he wants to accomplish this for you. And maybe you needed to hear that today, that you can't earn it. You can't earn it. You can't try hard enough. You can't outwork God. He wants to do this for you. And until you give it to him, you're going to keep struggling, and you don't need to try so hard. That struggle is his, not yours. He wants to fight your battles for you, and it's not your battle. And that's the worry and the stuff that I want to talk about, that you don't want to turn this into 40 days where you could just accomplish it. Are you stopping this where it could just take an 11-day journey and it's going to take you 40 days to accomplish, or 40 years, whatever, 40. Oh gosh, I am sorry. I'm really butchering this right now. You're going to think like, you really want to do a Bible study? But I'm just botching this. I'm done. I give, but I do want to share that this story, it's meant to be shared, and how much God really wants to do for you if you'll let him. And maybe that's something I need to start sharing more of, because I've kind of kept that private. And that's why I say, weight loss is so much more than a diet. And basically I give all the glory to God. I do. It's not me. I couldn't lose a pound on my own, to be honest, because I just can't. And I'm glad I don't have to worry about it. I hope this helps you guys. This still ended up being longer than I meant to, but I don't know. Some of you guys like that. So like, share, comment below. Do you want a Bible study? Is this something you guys are more interested in? I would love to do more of it. I actually do a lot of mentorship and stuff on my own outside of this. I've just always had a really, really good personal relationship with God, but I guess I just didn't want to turn that into a YouTube channel, but maybe that's what I need to do. So let me know what you guys think. I could get more into this. I definitely have always felt a calling on my life to be more of a pastor and minister, and I'm kind of naturally do like Joyce. I minister to young girls and mentor young girls anyways, and maybe this is just how I need to do it, through health, body, and fitness. I'm actually looking to be a life coach. So tell me what you guys think.